Oh, yeah. We're live. My people. My people came out for me. You guys buried me alive yesterday. We're doing live again today. Excuse me, I had a cigar. Ooh, a little early. From Veteran Biker gave me a cigar, so I said I'm going to smoke it. Welcome to my people. I see all my people. Mark Narvison. AC Cruz is here. Bill K, the dude man. This is my favorite Bill K. Welcome, fellow deplorables. Yes, that's what we are. Happy Friday from the dude man, Susan Szymanski. Hello from Texas, the great state of Texas. Mary Nelson from Tucson. Everyone's checking in. You guys know what to do. Give us a thumbs up. Boop. Leave a message. Boom. That gets the word out. Of course, you got to click the subscribe and ring the bell. That's how you guys are hearing about this notification. More Texas people. Hello to Christy. I see Sunny out there. Oh, yeah, you saw that. Resting spat face. That was a psychotic video. Those of you guys who've been enjoying the videos, we're doing it. 5 videos a day, man. I'm on fire. Too much news to cover. There's a random Yankee. Hey, Doug and all. Hello from the Dakotas. Got the North Dakotas checking in with Miss Katrina Feeblecorn. Willie, my people, Vallejo. Hi from Wilson County, Tennessee. Joe Rucker, I'm out here. Franklin. We're supposed to be the snobbiest place, but Brentwood is way snobbier than we are. 10 Apples, there's Trey Alamang. Hello, my people. Middle Tennessee from JCB 67. Waco, Texas in the mix. Jim Gutierrez. Aloha, that's Ghostly Dude. Message, we got the Buckeyes are in. Buckeye Girl, Christy Leisman from Hugh Hewitt territory out there with the Buckeyes. Hi, from Missouri. Now, my wife is out she drove to Ohio, the beloved Miss Tenaple. Can you believe it? Cincinnati. So she bought my daughter, Ami, tickets to go to the symphony and see the piece, the famous number, the Scheherazade, that 1001 Arabian Nights, Scheherazade. So my daughter has been playing this symphony for 5 months every day. And my daughter's roommate, she's a nurse, and her roommate is a classical cellist. So those two wanted to go. Ami could have anything for her birthday. She wanted tickets to the symphony. So the beloved Miss Tenaple bought her tickets to the Cincinnati Symphony, I guess it is, Ohio Symphony or something. And they drove up there this morning. So, and they all bought these dresses. Ooh, dressed to the T. My daughter's like 6'4". Ami takes after dad's 6'8". And just, having a gown long enough. And it was just beautiful. And Angie had a lovely number on. And they're going to go to the symphony tonight. But, they're going to stay the night there tonight. And so I'm alone. Like, what am I going to do? I guess I'm going to crank out more videos. We have at least one more to come out after this show. Yeah, 29 likes, 32 watching. We'll take it. I'm showing 351 watching now. So everyone's piling in. They're getting the notifications. Come on in. We got news. We're going to expose Obama as being the real cause of Doge. And of course, no one gave Obama any flack for Doge. Remember when everyone wanted to reform the government and stop government waste? Remember when Democrats were for it? I remember those days. That's back when we were on Earth. We will get to that Obama quote. Let me share. Which screen am I going to do here? I'm going to do, the Doge boys. We're on Brett Baer. He brought in the Doge guys and Elon Musk. But he had a one-on-one with Elon Musk that I found very telling. Elon Musk, who I think is a very heroic American, probably one of the best private citizen Americans I've ever heard of. Here he is on the Tesla violence.
And it's been this evolution. I mean, the last administration was going to mandate electric vehicles, and now you see on the far left some efforts to go after electric vehicles. It's quite something.
Yeah. What happened? Remember Biden, all electric vehicles by 2030. And I always said by 2030, they're going to try and just destroy the combustion engine because it's so evil. The world is going to end, they said. So they're going to mandate electric vehicles. And now Brett Baer brings up a great point. The same left is burning electric vehicles, boycotting electric vehicles, trying to sell their electric vehicles if they're Tesla. Because as we know, it was always BS. This is where I'm going to teach you guys real quick, where socialism overlaps with the global warming agenda, okay, is that one thing that you have to do is put all of your production under the government. And that's what Marx wanted. The means of production put under the government. So what you have is the government flexing against auto workers, right? And the auto industry saying the combustion engine, we're going to make illegal. And then we're going to redistribute that wealth to green engines. It's like a state-established religion saying we worship Gaia, we worship the earth. We have this doomsday scenario. Even if you believe in global warming and all that, that's fine. You're allowed to. But they proved that even they didn't believe it. Remember, this goes all the way back. I've done pieces on Greenpeace before, the head of Greenpeace who left Greenpeace when he said basically it became a socialist organization. They were not for clean energy or saving the earth or reducing energy or helping the environment. He just said they were about redistributing and buckling businesses under government. And so he left Greenpeace because he said, I'm in it to save the whales and save the earth. And he realized all these institutions were taken over by Marxists. So that's where I'm saying the true Marxists prove themselves in the Democrat Party by saying, when Elon Musk went against Marxism, they're willing to destroy his electric car company because they don't actually believe what they're telling you they believe. They really have a religious adherence to Marxism. Look, it's a super chat for $20. Amberino, $20 super chat. Thanks for all you do, Doug. You are appreciated. Amberino, thank you so much for that super chat. We are going to do a live tomorrow. We're paid up. Tomorrow is Saturday at, I believe, 3 p.m. Central. I'll try and do one around there. So 3 p.m. Check in. We'll be live. And again, super chats, you guys, that really help save the channel. Because, man, YouTube's doing a number on me. Hello, chat. Marxism, they're hypocrites. True? You know, I was just looking at my feed the other day, and I remember I used to, look, I'm wearing my Gab t-shirt. Look, I did this for Gab. Okay? I designed that. The social media company Gab. Now, I haven't used Gab in months, but I'm wondering how many of you have used Gab. It's a great Christian company. I haven't used it in a while. I use Twitter all the time, but Gab is the alternative. And let me know in the comments if you have posted at least one post on Gab in the last week. If you have, just say yes, and I'll see it. Same thing with Parler. You can also put in Gab. Yeah, most of you haven't heard of it. That's true. If you guys have used Gab or Parler in the last week, I'm curious because I don't believe anyone has. That's all. There you go. I like Gab. Lots of truth there. I've been supporting Rumble. Ooh, Christy. Ooh. I'm on Rumble, but you'll never see me. Okay. What size shirt do you wear? Well, I'm 6'8", so large or extra large. They need to be tallish is the thing. Whoa, $20 super chat. There's another one. Pete, thank you for that 20. Look, we're already in $40 for the next episode. Thanks for not calling the Democrat Party the Democratic Party. Yeah, they are not democratic. They're not democratic or Democrat. They're socialist, Marxist, satanic. I was talking to someone that they were truly evil. That, there's a lot of talk in the church about should the church be political or not. And I'm fine with it not being political. I don't like, I'm not demanding that they only represent one side, but you never hear them say don't do politics when leftists are in charge. When Biden's in charge and Obama's in charge, it's like you're allowed to say whatever you want about politics from the pulpit. They're basically, go along to get along. And then, man, when it's a Republican in office, they're like, we do not talk politics from the pulpit. We don't do that. That's all I'm saying is I don't want it to be unfair. I'm for talking, either always talk politics from the pulpit, no matter who's in office, which I agree with, or don't talk it at all. There. I'm late, but I'm here finally. Salutations, Patriots, says Laura Gronross. Shamalama ding dong. Hi, Doug, from my Washington State people. Bing, bang, shamalama ding dong. Let's finish the rest of this. This is a very short.
Ironic. I mean, it seems like the most ironic outcome is the most likely. But, yeah, I mean...
Personally, it's got to take a toll.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, okay, it takes a toll. Elon Musk, it takes a toll, but it didn't end the man. It does take a toll on his business. It does stress him out to see the depressing attacks on his person, the evil Democrat attacks, but this is also what a hero looks like. I don't want to try and moralize the man and make him into something that he's not, but I'm very impressed with Elon Musk as someone who's sticking to his correct principles on the right. And he does not care how bad you destroy his companies. He's not in it to make money. That's what's so funny. I think it's very funny because they try and make it sound like he's in it for his billionaires and trillionaire friends. And if you look at the guy, look at his face there. He's in it because he wants to save America. He loves free speech. He loves the country. There's Psalm 46, $5 super chat. Hi, Doug. I really liked when you used to say, quote, this is where the happy patriots gather. He was very welcoming. Would you do that intro again? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Doug in Exile, the Doug TenNapel channel. This is where the happy patriots are. We are happy, and we do hang out together. Part of why, by the way, you're not just happy because I'm here. I might be the star of the show. But what really makes it a happy place is all of you guys. If I was the only one happy and having a good time, this would not be fun. My audience, my chat, are the funnest part. It's not a party without you. And so I've attracted, I'm like a magnet to happy patriots. Positive, not conspiracy nuts, not psychotic and doomsdayers. My people are very happy. I appreciate you guys. Pete, $10 super chat. Thank you for what you do. Keep on just being Doug. That's got to be the easiest assignment in the world. I gotta be me. I gotta be me. Actually, I pray to God every day. I go like, please make me less Doug and make me more like Christ. And then the problem is Doug keeps showing up. Welcome, guys. We're going to enjoy each other. That's the main thing, right? Here's the bit.
I think there's some real evil out there. And we have to overcome it.
I mean, you have been called a Nazi, a white supremacist, a fascist.
I mean, they've got the sort of their
Just to
normal
name
playbook.
a few. Yeah.
I mean, they've still got it. They haven't. I guess they still need to call me Stalin, Mussolini, whatever, Genghis
you're
Khan
not.
or whatever. I mean, they've called the president all these things. I think at one point there was a magazine cover which said President Trump was worse than Hitler, Mussolini, and Stalin combined. The president hasn't killed anyone. He hasn't started any wars. In fact, he's good at stopping wars. So this is obviously, they're pushing these lies. And why do they push these lies? And I think
Because they're liars. They push lies because they're liars, my people. They're emotional liars. Christy McElrath, $5 super chat. When I say I support Rumble, I mean the people that got canceled. Yeah, I love those people. Here and went to Rumble, I followed. Why do you not like Rumble? I respect your opinion. My people, Christy, my people have heard me complain, about Rumble a lot. And I don't like, it's not that I want to dog the brand. It's that Rumble as a platform does not work the way it should. And I'm a software developer. I came out of video games. I did, a good 10, at least I would say 20 years in video games. And so to me, the platform and the programming behind it is number one, the efficiency and function of the platform. It should be easy to navigate. It should connect you automatically with your favorite talent. And if it does that, then I'm not trying to dog Rumble. Okay. I don't want to get on Rumble's case. My experience is, and most of my friends on Rumble are saying like, it does not do what it's supposed to do. And so to me, it becomes a huge detriment to conservatives because it will not work as a platform. It bugs me. That's my beef with it. I would never tell people don't go to Rumble. I post my shows. The Beloved Mr. Naples posts my shows on Rumble. So you'll see some Doug on Rumble. I don't get a dime for it is the problem. I get 10 times the money here on YouTube. So every conservative that can make it on YouTube will make at least 100 times more than on Rumble. So my beef is, one of my biggest beefs is that, oftentimes the world pays conservatives very, very well. And then you become an activist on the right or even in like Christian media and they don't pay anything. So it's like, yeah, I'll be sure and get on that, And then they still do censor. They still do. So I think all of the platforms have to censor something. So I'll just tell you from a creator standpoint, posting to Rumble is very difficult. It's a very hard user interface called UI. And my beef with the owner, Pavlovsky, is he has not designed it so that if I post on there, my viewers either can't find me. Maybe I have too high of an opinion of myself. I don't want to, it just sounds like I'm such a hog when I go, I should have way more views. But I can tell when I post on Rumble and I post a video on there, it gets about 3,500 views, 3,500 views. If I post it on YouTube, they get like a minimum of 15,000 views. So it's already 5x. And so I go and I post it on Facebook to see what my videos get. Facebook, same as Rumble, about 3,500 views. If I post it on X, on Twitter, maybe 1,500 to 2,000 views. So I judge these platforms, and sometimes on YouTube, I'll get really lucky and get like 25, 30,000 views. So it's 10 times what I get on the other platforms. So if I'm trying to get my message out, then where am I going to go? Yeah, you should be here to get the most views and paid for all of your hard work. That's what I'm doing because I'm trying to make a living for my family. So, most of us know what it's like to work full time, right? It's how much money are you getting paid for how many hours of your work? Most people work 8 hours a day. I work at least 8, sometimes 10 hours a day, right? 8 to 10 hours a day, 6 days a week. That's time I spend away from my wife, from my loved ones. I'm out here in the studio. So I want a good return for my investment of time. All of us do. That's what we're all doing technically at our jobs, is you're putting in work, and hopefully you learn to love your jobs, even if you have a very menial job. You want to always learn to love your job. Learn to love what you do. That's how you show gratitude to God. You're going to spend your day doing eight hours a day doing something. I don't care if I'm shoveling sewage. I'm going to learn to love it. I'm going to make a contest out of it with myself to see how excellent I can be at that. And so even here on YouTube, I try to, there's times where you just go, oh, I'll just do this thumbnail on this killer thing in this title. And you're just trying to chase a dollar or chase views. And that's not good either. So you kind of go, this is something I feel is really important. And sometimes they don't get a lot of views. And that's kind of part of the job that we're all doing. I talk to Veteran Biker about all the time, and Neil Johnson all the time, and all my fellow creators, my friend Joe Potter, who's over on News Gym Now, and Joe in Babylon, and Nerk News is another buddy of mine. Talk to all my buddies. We all kind of go through the same thing. We're hard working guys, but this is my full-time job. Like, I have to run the family on this. I've got a wife and 4 kids here in Franklin. So I tend to work really hard. There's Melissa Haggard Hogg, $20 super chat. Thanks. Well, not Hogg, it's Hag. Look, let me put my glasses on. See, I can barely see that little thing. Melissa Haggard, Hag. Thanks for all you do, Doug. You're appreciated. Thank you for your appreciation of me. Thank you all. Let me see if Elon Musk has anything left in this clip. I got a lot of clips.
We need to hold people responsible for pushing these lies, because those lies almost got the president killed.
Almost got the president killed, and now the Democrats, I believe, are hunting Elon Musk. They want him taken out, I think. Now, here's the Obama thing, since it's on the thumbnail. This was posted by Elon Musk. And Elon Musk says, take a tequila shot every time Obama says government efficiency. Now, this is a 3-minute clip, so I don't think we'll get through all of it. But I do want to show you guys, Elon Musk started Doge, cutting waste and promoting efficiency.
One of the commitments that I made to the American people was that we would do a better job here in Washington in rooting out wasteful spending at a time when family.
The volume, by the way, might be a little quiet compared to me. The volume on this video is especially low.
Have had to cut back, have had to make some tough decisions about getting rid of things that they don't need in order to make the investments that they do. We thought that it was.
He's just saying the same thing. He's saying we have to get rid of stuff. Government efficiency, make it more efficient. We have to cut waste, fraud, and abuse. And that's all Elon Musk did. And the Democrats, of course, are against it. This is what I mean by it's exactly like their claim that they're for the environment. They're not for the environment, same way that Barack Obama wasn't for stopping the waste, fraud, and abuse. This was all, they may have intended to do it. He may have had the best of intentions to cut the waste, fraud, and abuse. Now we look back, by the way, he did nothing to end waste, fraud, and abuse. They did nothing to help the environment. They've done nothing to help women to get them paid more. They've done nothing. He did nothing. He started the racism. Things were way less racist and way less racially divided before Obama. And now things are way worse racially in America because the Democrats are trying to foment the racial division. Look at that. There's Poppy's shadows. I found you again. My people found me. They're coming back in. You got to spread this link around to your friends so your friends can find us. Thank you guys for finding me again. I'm so glad you did. Okay, there's Latia. $10 super chat. Thank you, Latia. Doug, thank you for building this home for the happy patriots. It means more than you know. Yeah, I wish there was a way that we could all get on video, like I could get you guys on video in a giant, like 500-person chat. Of course, it wouldn't work, but it would be great if we could all hang Now, Twitter has a feature, these X spaces where you guys can come in and listen on Twitter, and I can click your microphone and you can talk. We can have like a talk show, and I can bring you on as a guest. We might have to do that because I'm trying to find a way to make it more social for you guys to talk. And right now, you talk to each other through the chat. I think one day YouTube should create a tool where you can leave a message that is a video. Like people can click on your video and you can talk in message. You know what I mean? So there you go. Pray. There's Christy McElrath. Pray for Elon's salvation. He's a great patriot. Would be a wonderful addition to the kingdom. Yes, God hunts his people like a dog. Once you're in God's sights, he'll hunt you down. You'll be miserable without him. And I do pray for Elon Musk's salvation. Everyone, you know me, I'm praying for everyone's salvation, but I want them to repent. A good man without Christ's work on the cross is screwed. So this is Nancy knits and crochets, and look, she has a little crocheted bear as her avatar. She knits and crochets. $2 super chat. Thanks for the $2. Long time fan. God bless you, Doug. Thank you, Nancy. Keep your knitting and crocheting. You keep your knots and your threads clean. I want to see the best work. Good work. Tenaple Fest coming soon. Golden Blau, we could do one of those where we have like I would love to do a live stage show at some honky tonk bar or place here in Nashville and pick a night. And you guys can go up, right? No one wants to see my ugly scars, says Ghostly Dude. Dude, ugly scars. Look at this. Look at that. This is when they tore a piece of my face out because I had malignant melanoma, skin cancer. They ripped a 2-inch by 3-inch. There's a giant scar, just a dent. Do you see it right there? It was pretty cool. They pulled it out and they made a flap out of this skin under my jaw and they pulled it up and ended up pulling my chin up. And the doc says, I'm taking 10 years off your jawline. It was like I had a facelift. I'm like, dude, we got to do my eyes next. Look at the bags under these things. Okay. Yes, I would drive to Tennessee for that, says Golden Blau. Thank you. Doug Channel is on the air. Thank you, Annie. There's another $5 super chat. Love your insight and delivery, Doug. Ricard, thank you. I just try to keep it a little bit short. I like keeping things moving. I don't want to make it to be boring. I don't like a lot of empty space. And I like things a little bit funny, a little bit spicy, but let's not go nuts. And I don't like, you guys know what I think. You know me better. I've dumped enough of my religion and politics and personality online that you guys probably know me better than most people know me. Okay. If you watch me long enough, it'll all come out. I have a wink. I have like a weird Tourette. I've got a wink. I've got scars. I got gunk in my hair. I'm 6'8". You guys know. Love your insight and delivery, Doug, says Ricard. Thank you for that super chat. Here's a $5 super chat from Pete. Obama's the first immigrant president, might not be the first gay president. Oh my. No comment on that one, Pete. Erica Reinhardt, $10 super chat. Some food money for you. Everyone has to eat. Thank you so much. And that will help pay the bills. Help a little. It's just my full-time job. Now I've got a cool Caroline Leavitt. This is 2 minutes from her interview that was on. This is one of the cool things about Caroline Leavitt, the press secretary, is they allowed this CBN news, which is considered pretty nutty, but I really like them. I like CBN News. Anyways, they interviewed her. They let them into they have the White House press corps now are allowing more bloggers and YouTubers into the session. So here's a 2 minutes of that interview with Caroline Leavitt.
We were talking to Alan Dershowitz the other day. He believes that these judges that are doing all of these federal injunctions, district judges that are doing these federal injunctions, are part of the resistance movement against Trump. Do you see
Totally.
it that way?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just look at the numbers. The Trump administration, we have faced thus far in 2 months more than 30 injunctions by activist judges. The Biden administration in 3 years only had 15 injunctions. So we have doubled the amount of injunctions that the Biden administration had in 3 years in just 2 months. And why? It's because you have judges who are acting as activists behind the bench who don't like President Trump. Almost every single one of them is a registered Democrat, has been involved in Democrat campaigns or
These are the activist DC judges. Caroline, boy, they destroyed her with that lighting. Look at the white light on her face, on her cheeks, chin, and forehead. They got to either, I come from media, so I know how to do makeup on someone. You do a little powder on there, or look at all this foil. Look at the background here. Look at those 2 foil bounce lights. Now, those aren't foil. I mean, they're like a giant kind of a beehive honeycomb shape, and there's blasting light. So the one on the right is aimed at her, and the one on the left is aimed at him to get a nice bounce light on him. But man, they really destroyed her face on this one.
behind the bench who don't like President Trump. Almost every single one of them is a registered Democrat, has been involved in Democrat campaigns or causes, have donated to Democrat candidates. Some of them have even put their anti-Trump bias on social media. They have not been shy about their hatred for this president and his policies, and they are abusing their judicial power. They are trying to overstep the authority of the executive branch and the powers given to the president in Article 2 of the Constitution. Luckily for us, and unfortunately
Now I have a theory.
for these
You look at her. How old is she? I think she's 27, 25. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing on her? Is she chunking up? Look at under this chin. She used to be a bird, right? Look at that. Look at those shoulders. Look at her profile. Now she just had a kid. She's got those birthing hips. You know what I think? I think she looks like she's got a glow. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Is she glowing? Does she have a bun in the oven? I think another baby might be on the way. That's my guess. How's that for a prediction? She looks all aglow. Okay, $20 super chat. Howell Hudson, your art and t-shirts would make great merch. Well, I've got some art t-shirts down in the merch section. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I don't like doing a lot. I mean, I love making t-shirts. I'm a t-shirt designer, right? I'm a t-shirt designer. That's my art, where I came from. Let me present it. Let me find a screen. Let me find you a screen. I got to present, share screen. Where's my window at? There it is. Okay. If you ever click on the merch down below, these are my designs. So I'm not trying to sell these guys. I just want to show off some of my work. Okay. Maybe you like my work. This is one of my favorite designs of all time. This is one of my t-shirts. If you click on the link down at the bottom of this channel, this is my fight t-shirt. I don't know if you've seen this one, but if you look right up close on that little Trump, there's a little red dot right where his ear was shot, and there's the words fight. I just did a monochrome. It's real simple colors. That's my design style. And then here's my bigly. Look at this. It's a Trump. Look at that. Bigly. He's got a big crown. Look at the crown up top. It says in exile. It's mostly for funny. It's funny. And then in the jewels of the crown, you can see the words in there. It says Project 2025. Are the jewels? That's just me screwing around. I'm having fun. They're humorous. It's so your friends say, he's not a king. And then they look at it up close. You go, look at the jewels. And it says Project 2025. That's to terrify your Democrat friends. Let's look at some other. Oh, this is my favorite one. This is my cat Diesel. I put a gun in his hand, a 9mm. 9mm has a Doug in exile right there on the stock. It says, mess with the first and you'll get the second. That is, if you screw with the First Amendment, you're going to get the Second Amendment. Okay. Just fun. And then I love newts, as you guys know. I raise newts. So look, I did a little in exile, that's not political. It's a little newt. Look how adorable he is. That's cool design, man. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. Oh, and this is my favorite. Oh, this is another good one. So when I grew up in LA, there was this place called Pup and Taco, and I took the Pup and Taco logo and I made a Doug in Exile logo, but I used the same colors. These are exact colors on the Pup and Taco. It used to be like a LA dump where you could have a hot dog and a taco. We'll get back to the news. Hold on, guys. Don't go anywhere. Now, this is a computer desk mat. I don't even know why I made this, but it's got there's me and my dad smoking a pipe. I just put every kind of art junk on here. Pray for Trump. Look at my red hair there. That's when I lost a bet online and I had to dye my hair red. Okay. There's my coffee is my patriot fuel. Look at that. It's just it's junk. I designed this t-shirt. There's my Pray for Trump mug. And then here's some of my other art. This is my claim and drink tumbler. This is for the alcoholics in my audience. This is from my video game, The Neverhood. I did a watercolor and put that on a drinking glass. This is my t-shirt with just art. Doug in Exile. It's got some of my art on there, a giant robot and some buildings. Okay. There's my Burkle and Spey coffee mug. That's an animated short that I did with my buddy Nerk News. We each did a voice. Man, those are some funny episodes too. All right, enough of that. Enough about me. Now you guys got an idea about some of my merch that I made. You can go and get a t-shirt and a mug anytime, right at the bottom of the video. Jill Allen, $2 super chat. Thank you, Miss Jill. Appreciate that. That all helps. Now I got to get back to presenting the news. Let's get back. I'll skip past Carolyn because she was making but these are some news articles that you guys might not have seen. I try to find some not super mainstream clips that you might not have seen. So this is one of our, Senator Schmidt. The press keeps asking about the Signal chat scandal because the press is not doing their job. They're still lying. They're still goofy.
I think this whole thing is a total joke in the sense that you guys have asked me more questions in the last 2 days about this than President Autopen not having the mental capacity to make decisions as commander-in-chief. There was no investigation there. Lloyd Austin was missing in action, didn't tell anybody, including the commander-in-chief, that he was in the hospital. So this whole thing is basically a function of the fact that the Democrats got their asses whooped in November. They got nothing to run on, no leader. They're defined by fringe issues. So they're going to glom onto the issue of the day, The Signal app was approved by the Biden administration to use.
He just mopped the floor with them. He gave them all the talking points, and he's accusing them right to their face of doing a massive media cover-up. He goes, you guys got your A's whipped, and you have nothing else to run on. He called them out. That's all it is. It's a fake news. The Signal Gate is fake news. And it's literally the only thing the Democrats, we found a scandal. Quick, run with it. Ask them about the leaked. Nothing happened. Literally nothing happened. And then he just goes, where were you at with President Autopen? Biden's mental capacity. None of you asked anything. What about Lloyd Austin? The previous DOD, if you're going after the Department of Defense, Pete Hegseth, why weren't you there when Lloyd Austin, when he completely screwed up on Afghanistan? We lost 13 soldiers. Not one question. None. None of these people. When Lloyd Austin went hospitalized himself getting cancer treatment, no one knew where he was. We didn't have a head of the Department of Defense. No one knew. He didn't tell anyone. We had soldiers inserted around the world. No one knew. Or the head of and the media didn't say anything about it. But man, Signal, this Signal Gate, that Signal app. Pete Hegseth texted what? To J.D. Vance? Were there military secrets? Get them. That's all they have to run on, guys. They're losing so hard. I love it. These are the best days of my life. If you're a Republican, I can't think of better days. It's never been better. Watching an evil empire like the Democrat media establishment get torn down and destroyed before our eyes and embarrassed. They're lying so bad and they're so politicized and they have no power. Guys, Veteran Biker sent me a bunch of the views of what they're all getting, of what like Morning Joe is getting on the air, what Rachel Maddow's getting on the air. According to his numbers, this channel gets more views than Rachel Maddow. These are good times. These are good times. In fact, if I didn't do shows on Rachel Maddow, she probably wouldn't get any views at all. I like putting a spotlight on them. I want people to see what propaganda looks like and what they're doing to you. Now, if I'm doing propaganda, I hope you guys would see it. I'd give you guys my bias. I'm a right-wing, conservative, MAGA Christian. You know my bias. I'm not saying I'm neutral. Guys, I'm just neutral. I'm not neutral. I'm bury the needle to the right. There's some guys go, hey, I try to be even on both sides. I just try to, I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm a Republican. I will never be a Democrat. I will never put an X next to a Democrat. I will never, I'll always tell you, because I know what the Democrats are, that they're Marxist, totalitarian, that they're evil, that they're postmodern, that they're relativists. All those things, the progressivism for the last 100 years is a materialist, atheistic worldview. I'll tell you about it all day. So I hope it's obvious what my point of view is, and then you can weigh everything I say. You can go, what's Doug's agenda on this video? And see, that's the difference between me and mainstream news, guys, is I see you all as human beings. I've got 817 human beings watching me, and you can make your decision. And I'm not here to tell you how wrong you are and how stupid you are. I'm not talking down to anyone. I talk to you guys just like I'd talk. If you were in the room with me right now, we were doing politic talk, this is exactly how I sound. I'm like, shut up. That's a dumb idea. That won't work. If Trump does something funny, I go, man, that's funny. I love when he repeats his own words and all that stuff. I tell you guys when I have disagreement with the administration. Okay. Chris Bounds, $20 super chat. Got to get me some Doug swag. Yeah, and I tried to get you guys swag that you'd want to wear. I really need to put in more art, more of my art on t-shirts and stuff. I like funky t-shirts, man. I'm from the 80s, and I used to do these punk rock t-shirts for punk rock bands and punk rock posters. I've done lots of bands' album cover. I was the main cover artist for the band, the Christian ska band Five Iron Frenzy. I've done stuff for Daniel Amos and Terry Taylor I've worked with for most of my adult life. Daniel Amos, Swirling Eddies, all those guys. A lot of those kind of, those bands. I love t-shirts and mugs. I really am kind of a lowbrow artist. A lot of guys, they try and get their art in museums. Although my art is on display right now in Moscow, Idaho, out there with the Doug Wilson gang, out there at New St. Andrews College. They have an art gallery there. I'm the main artist there. They have over 2,000 pieces of my artwork on display right now in Moscow, Idaho. I'm making a trip out there at the end of April. The Beloved Miss April and I will go out there for the closing of my art show. If you guys are around there, you ought to come. There's Joseph Delbagno. $5 super chat. I keep getting knocked off following you. Yeah, it's imperfect. What they do to my channel, I don't always fully understand. Here's Scott Jennings owning CNN again.
He is supposed to lead the military. He has people throughout the military who just openly acknowledged that if it were a regular officer who did something like this, they would be immediately terminated.
Yeah, a regular officer would be terminated. Like General Milley and Brennan, all these guys, these intelligence guys that said they would call China if Trump attacked, they'd turn on Trump. This is ridiculous.
And how can you lead? I mean, the military requires accountability. It's the most accountable organization. You were supposed to be.
Whoa, there's a 10-gallon hat right there. 10-gallon hat for a 5-gallon man. There's Christy McElrath, $2 super chat. I find it interesting that Elon called out evil. Now that I agree with you on. Christy, you're thinking now. Elon Musk, last I checked, was some kind of an atheist. At least he was years ago. Some kind of an agnostic or atheist, right? Materialist, where they believe in just the material world and no supernatural or immaterial truth. And he's called out that what they're doing is he's finding out that they're evil. That is a moral word. Evil is a supernatural word. You will find no evil in the particles, molecules. Go look in the molecules and find out where's the evil. There's no evil in the particles. So that's a supernatural, immaterial word to say they're evil. Good, by the way, comes from the word God. Good and evil. Dark, evil powers. And I agree with him on that. And Christy, sometimes that can wake up the moral center in someone. People go, why would a good God allow suffering? And instead, I would only say, why would you say that suffering is somehow bad? Why would you think it was bad since it's so common? Shouldn't it just be normal? Like, hey, there's suffering. It's not evil, or there's pleasure. It's not morally good. So when you use those moral words, it starts to tell me Elon Musk could be waking up to something. Yeah, Elon Musk, there's evil in the world. I look in the mirror and I go, ooh, there's a fallen man in need of supernatural salvation. Elon Musk, let's look in the mirror together. There's David Jobs, $50 super sticker. What? Thank you, my friend. Thank you, David. Helping the show out, guys. Big time. Big money coming in. I really appreciate that. It's, I don't take you guys as granted. I don't believe I'm just going to automatically get this stuff. I believe I have to earn every dang cent. I want to earn every dang cent you guys send me. I work hard, and it makes me. The more I get, it just makes me want to do better. I want to do better. I want to create the perfect show, perfect editing, perfect performance, perfect correct content, so that you can't turn away once the video starts. That's my goal. If you lose attention and you go, hey, this is boring, or this is repetitious, or this is dumb, or this is meaningless, then I failed at doing my full-time job. Jimmy Stanton, $10 super chat. Elon is enduring damage to his companies, that's true, and his character because he cares for this country, true, and because he is a true patriot, true. I'm praying for him, true. Guys, we got to keep him in our prayers, man. The Democrats, they want him killed. I'm telling you. And then in hindsight, they'll go, we didn't know. We never advocated violence. So pray for Elon Musk. Pray for his salvation and pray for his protection. I think he's a national treasure of some kind. I think he's one of the greatest Americans that ever lived. I think he could end up saving the country. I love that Trump keeps him as a private citizen too. No one can give him any flack. How do you fire someone who's never been hired? See what I mean? It's genius what Trump and Elon Musk are doing. It is genius. Trump's got, and the other thing, there's another benefit to Elon Musk taking all the heat. All those protesters and all those nutty people who are screaming about Doge, They're not screaming about Trump. Trump has a shield, the moat full of alligators. They're going to all come and attack that front gate, and that front gate is Elon Musk. And I have a feeling that's their arrangement they have. That I think, not that Trump wants someone to take the heat for him, but I think Elon Musk is fine with being called names, same way that Trump got nailed and they realized they're on a mission. Trump is on a mission. He is on a mission to save America. I truly believe it. I think when he first got in the presidency, it might have been because of his ego. I think that's true for a lot of presidents. I think they have a huge ego. They always say that, like, they run for president, and then when they step into office, you find out what kind of a man they are. Like, I think Reagan got into office and really turned things around. And then you see what kind of a man Clinton was in the office, just a scumbag. And George W. Bush, who I know a lot of people don't like, but I really have a lot of admiration for him just being a simple man. But he got in over his head, and then 9/11 happened. And he stood on that pile of rubble with that megaphone. And he said, the people who did this to you are going to hear. And I believe we invaded Iraq with the best of intentions. I'll give him the best of intentions, but I'm only saying he woke up to have to stand up in that presidency. He had to be a bigger man. And Trump the same. I think Trump might have gotten into that office just for ego and maybe to check a bucket list, and I really am all that. I really am. When they took a shot at him this summer and he stood up and said, fight, and he gave his whole life and he gave his all and he won, I think he changed his demeanor a lot. Something about Trump changed, and he is here to save America. And he said as much, and I believe him. I really think he's here to save America. Elon and Trump aren't getting paid for what they're doing. Yeah, they're losing money. They're losing money. Trump and Elon Musk are losing value as they stay in office. Obama, Clinton, Biden got rich getting in office. Super rich. Texan. Yeah, Bush, Katy, Texas. And I like him because he became an artist. Okay, he's this kind of frat boy. Hey everybody, and then he retires and he started painting pictures of every soldier that died under his command. He did a portrait of them, a loving portrait. I own the art book. I always loved that. He painted. Churchill did that. He took to the paints, and it's kind of their way of saying, I'm not doing politics anymore. I'm going to go do the arts like the lunatics do. I always like that about the guy. Here, okay, look, we got some J.D. Vance on how we are going. Well, this is the Signalgate hypocrisy. Okay, but he's also announcing that we are taking, oh, that's my last quote. I've got Trump on how we're going to take Greenland. So let's do this J.D. Vance first on the Signalgate hypocrisy, and then we'll end on Trump saying we're going to take Greenland.
I find the American media's obsession with this issue very, very interesting, because I happen to remember about 4 years ago when American military leadership made a catastrophic error that got 13 innocent Americans killed in Afghanistan and had about $80 billion of military equipment turned over to one of the worst terrorist organizations in the world. And for years, the American media ran cover for a Biden administration that refused to fire any generals or even launch an internal investigation that was meaningful and substantive about what happened. And now the same American media that covered for the Biden administration after the untimely death and the unnecessary death of 13 brave Americans is really, really interested in forcing the President of the United States to fire someone because of a signal chat.
Get him, JD. Guys, it's our next president. It's President Vance. Look at him, hanging with the Marines, eating with the Marines, beating the living daylights out of the press. Now, that's what a vice president's supposed to do. He's supposed to be an attack dog. That's right. Semper Fi Vance, always faithful. Semper Fi, ooh-ah. Once a Marine, always a Marine. Always faithful.
That is not honest behavior from the American media. And if you think you're going to force the President of the United States to fire anybody, you've got another thing coming. President Trump has said it on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, and I'm the Vice President saying it here on Friday. We are standing behind our entire national security team.
Screw the media. Get him. J.D. Vance, just put him in his place. Oh, yeah, the devil dogs. The tip of the spear. Tip of the spear. He's a lion. First one in. The first one in. Get in there and break things. Loving J.D. Vance. They better hope he never gets in. Yeah, oh yeah, they're going to try to destroy him. Wait till he runs, man. The media is going to go nuts on him. Right now, they're too busy trying to take out Trump. You know what I mean? Oh, I got all my Marines coming out. Semper Supra is the USSF motto. It means always above. Patricia Chianini. My hubby was a Marine, served 30 years, 3 tours of Vietnam, my people. Yeah, I love my military people. Thank you for your service. Thank you for the spouses also that served, that stood by their husband. That is a rough job to have if you're a spouse of someone who's serving. Now here's Trump on how we're taking Greenland. Trump, get Greenland.
We need Greenland, very importantly, for international security. We have to have Greenland. It's not a question of, do you think we can do without it? We can't. If you look at Greenland right now, if you look at the waterways, you have Chinese and Russian ships all over the place. And we're not going to be able to do that. We're not relying on Denmark or anybody else to take care of that situation. We need Greenland.
We need Greenland. I'm going to play that again. I'm going to get back here.
We need Greenland.
We're taking Greenland, guys. He should just fly over there and just, like on the moon, when the astronauts went to the moon, they should just take a big old American flag and just stick it right on Greenland and go, it's America. Welcome. Get on here, America. Yeah, and Tim Walz called him weird. Remember that? They called J.D. Vance weird. And all of media repeated it. J.D. Vance, weird. J.D. Vance, something wrong with that guy. They thought we were stupid. They go, Tim Walz, what a manly, we call him coach. So manly, just like a coach, your football coach, Coach Walz. So humble, his casserole recipes, so down to earth. My dad would call people out. He'd go, that guy's squirrely. That was my dad's word for him. He'd go, that guy's squirrely. If he saw me hanging out with, an adult or someone weird or someone at Bible study or church, he'd go, that guy's squirrely. And if he saw Tim Walz, if my dad was around, he'd go, that guy's squirrely. And J.D. Vance, who's normal, the media tried to get us to think that J.D. Vance was squirrely and Tim Walz was normal. That's how awful. They're just awful. Did I hear you say you're 6'8"? That is correct. I am a 6'8" giant gentleman. Coach Tampon. Yeah, Tim Walz, who wanted tampons in the men's bathroom, and J.D. Vance is weird. Yeah, they're, guys, these are good times. I actually think the Democrat Party is getting kicked into the ground so hard, and the media is getting so embarrassed. You saw these people now, the Republicans are just standing up to them. They didn't used to ever call out the media. A normal Republican, Paul Ryan or Boehner or someone, they'd never go to the media and say, hey, you're lying, you're fake news. You always cover this guy in this way. and you cover this guy the wrong way. They never said that. They never corrected the news. It was like, hey, we don't comment on the news. And the news became the topic. The news became the topic. All right, guys. It's been a lovely hour. We got to bail. I'm sorry when I go long. I mean, I'm not sorry, but I like going long if there's enough material to cover it. We had plenty to cover today. I appreciate you guys checking in on me. We will get back together again in 24 hours. 3 p.m. Saturday, we're doing a show. I wouldn't normally do a show. You guys have given me so many super chats. We're doing a show tomorrow. I got to still do all my work. In fact, Saturdays are the hardest day, just so you guys know, because I don't work on Sundays, but I still put videos out on Sundays. So I have to do all of my minimum 3 videos on Sunday. And I usually do 1 more for Monday tomorrow. So tomorrow I do my 5 normal videos and then 4 more, 3 for Sunday and 1 for Monday. So like tomorrow morning, I get up and I'm just like, 12-hour, 14-hour day tomorrow is what I do. So thank you guys for the super chats. I swear it's not going to go to waste. I'm going to work my tail off for you guys. Try and come up with just the news that I think you really, really need to know. I try not to get too, I'm not trying to get deep in the weeds. I'm trying to keep it simple, trying to keep it fun. But the goal is if you check in and you watch the news, I'm going to get you guys the hardcore stuff you really need to know. And it would be no fun doing this if I didn't have an audience. So you guys really are what make this thing worth it. If I didn't have an audience, it would stink talking to a wall. And you guys who are chatting, you're not talking to a wall. We hear you, we see you, and your friends in the chat, the happy patriots, hear you and see you, and that's even more important. We're going to keep marching together, my people. I'm Doug. This is my happy little Doug channel. You guys are all telling me thank you. Thank you all of you. Yeah, that's right. Kay Grace got it right there. See you guys tomorrow, 3 p.m. Goodbye, everybody. Godspeed.